And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reads is going to be your first and last for the month of October. Yeah, September just flew by, and now we're in October. First and last is a style of read I do. Aces on top, tens on the bottom of each respective element: water, earth, fire, and air. Trying to understand as we move into a new month, what are new opportunities represented by the top, with the aces, new feelings, new concepts, new emotional openings or renewals, depending on the context, and what are some conclusions and endings we're having with the tens on the bottom. So as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, when it gets difficult, I, as your reader, would never purposely try to misguide you. That's not the type of readings that I do. That's just not me. You came to the table for a reason, and I'm trying to help you with that reason. Let's have a conversation. So overall, we're still saying, hey, this is what we got, and we're going to do the best with what we got with it. Follow along with me today in your read today, Pisces, as we look at the first and last for the month of October. Let's see what the cards say. Choose the cards that we need to see, please, starting with that Ace of Cups, your home element of water. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Pisces in their read today? Yep. One more. I'll take that. Okay. So starting with your Ace of Cups, Pisces, we're seeing Star, the card of Aquarius. Okay. Why are we applying hope to? The Five of Pentacles. Okay. The notion of being left behind. How so? And the Magician. Okay. Now, originally, it could easily be interpreted as, I'm hoping that another opportunity comes back. That's the thing that I'm banking on. I'm actually looking at that in a different direction, Pisces. I'm seeing, no, I'm okay, or at least I'm doing the best of what I got with this notion of being left behind, but actually trying to summon in something completely different. My hope, my fulfillment is that this is done in my best interest. That's how I'm reading it. You could have a potentially different interpretation, but the reason I say that is because that Magician and the Star are encasing that Five of Pentacles, right? Every one of my reads rely on purpose, definition, and formation. Here, to say that we're manifesting and the hope here, so deeply entrenched in that star ocean, right? With the Star, the card of Aquarius, if we're saying our fulfillment is in our absence, right? It's not like vengeful or spiteful, like, yes, let them feel the absence of me from their lives. But it's more so the notion of, no, I'm going to be okay with me. And I hope that, I'm not simply trying to put a positivistic spin on this, Pisces, but you're coming from a space of saying, I hope that, maybe this too could be a positive lesson, right? We're trying to see the best of a scenario of abandonment here. And yeah, I understand why. So moving towards the Ace of Pentacles. What are the cards that we need to see, please, upon the Ace of Pentacles in this reading? Okay. Four of Pentacles. Okay. So something that we've held on to. How so? Why do we see the investment? Page of Wands, optimism, and what? There we go. Okay. The world, the one above all. At least that's the nickname I give it. That a cycle's closure or opening. here, and again, it very much ties back to, how we're interpreting that Five of Pentacles there. If we're saying that, again, I'm okay with how things have gone, or at least I'm trying to make the best of that situation, then we're saying a cycle is closing so that a new one can open. I mean, permanently, right? And that's probably why you feel so emotionally elated by that. It's just saying, hey, there's an upside to all the anger. There's an upside to all this pleasure I feel in this moment of feeling like I've been locked out and left behind. What is that? Maybe I can find it. The next interpretation is, again, and the reason I'm saying it's hard to kind of pinpoint for me right now is because balancing that world back towards the Ace of Cups over there, and all the cards underneath that, both, let's be abundantly clear, both those scenarios, you're solo. I'm just going to be totally honest like that. You're being left behind from a person or a situation. Also, in both scenarios, whether the closing or the opening, you're making the best of both. Right? It's a very interesting concept to have right here, because what we're holding on to is not necessarily the hope of reunion or whatever this is. I think part of you has already canceled that out, right? But more so, how do I do the right thing in any direction for and by me? I like that for you. That's really good. To the Ace of Wands, reveal the Ace of Wands upon this read for Pisces. What about the fire that pushes, the spirit that burns? Choose the cards we need to see, please, upon the Ace of Wands in this read. That's a break. Could just be bad shuffling, who knows? What are the cards we need to see, please, upon the Ace of Wands in the read? That's another break. Let me shuffle again. Just so you know, the reason I'm not looking at the camera so much right now, earlier there was a lot of sunlight out, and also the ring light that's facing towards me right now. And yeah, it's been kind of tough on my eyes. There we go. What do we need to know for Pisces and the Ace of Wands? The Hangman. Okay. So the questioning of, am I emotionally motivated in the right way? Okay. I see why we're trying to analyze. The Hierophant. Why do I feel so called to do this right now? Right? I think that's a bigger thing that's trying to be stressed to you is, okay, great that we're okay with being solo here. Now what does that mean? The Fool. A new beginning awaits. So the debate here is not if I'm doing it. You're just hoping that you're doing it right. Guess what? If you're not asking if, maybe you are on the right path. Right? Because you're so set on saying, hey, my spirit burns for this. I am trying to do the best of what I can with what I got. And I worry about the things that I effectively do wrong, not the idea of my purpose being wrong. Those are two different conversations. Good. And to the Ace of Swords, I mean, good cards, but didn't hit the table, so I can't take. Let's show the cards that we need to see, please, upon the Ace of Swords for Pisces in this read. What is truth and by extension challenge? There's a break. Why are we afraid to look at it? We're having way too many breaks right now, and I don't think it's just me being terrible at shuffling. I can say that a few times. I can't say that. There we go. Okay. Got it. Five of Cups. We're going to dive right back into that in a second. Anything else that wants to fly out for Pisces in this reading? Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Pisces in this reading. What is truth here? Ace of Pentacles coupled with the Sun. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Let's get to that Five of Cups because I think that's the biggest emotional hurdle we're trying to deal with right now. Under truth, under the Ace of Swords, Five of Cups. Right now, I'm not feeling the best, not feeling the most like me. Right? There's pain and there's sorrow here, but also there's a new opportunity at an everlasting happiness. And that's why I want to make sure so deeply that I do it right. The Pisces that I'm looking at is trying to balance both pain and possibility, right? Here, okay, the Five of Cups, it doesn't change the fact that we feel it. It doesn't change where we are with it. None of that has functionally changed. But what has changed is our perspective. And eventually, we can't just sit there moping around forever. We're making our new opportunity, we're making our new happiness, and we're actually trying to see opportunity within that pain. That's why it kind of confused me when we first started out over here, Pisces. Underneath your Ace of Cups is that, normally the Five of Pentacles is a card of, poverty, abandonment, and the notion of I was left or I was left out to dry or I am seeking need and refuge somewhere, right? That's essentially the raw definition of what the Five of Pentacles is. But over there, you were already saying, no, we're going to make the best out of this. We are going to make the best of what we can out of this. We are not budging on that. And over here now, with your truth, yeah, I don't have to I don't have to hide the tears that I cried. I don't. But what I can do is also put a smile on my own face. And there's value in that too. Underneath it all, Queen of Cups, the most loving and endearing version of ourselves, we hold so dear to try to make that transformation possible. Great. I like that for you. Going back to your home element of water, show the Ten of Cups for Pisces in this read. What is balanced upon harmony and synchronization for Pisces in this read? Why and how are things lining up? To the Ten of Cups, Empress. And maybe this opportunity, this notion of whatever I had, left me behind or left me in the dust, maybe it was meant to bring out the best of me because I wasn't getting to where I needed to go with it in my life. The Sun popping out yet again. You know what? I'm going to make the happiest, the most unapologetic me right now. There is time, there is purpose found here. Five of Pentacles. Also, right underneath, there's a purpose with it. A direct line in your column, the element of water, and the notion of what I thought once left me behind, and I felt so broken and abandoned by it. Now, I'm glad that it's leaving. It's a total flip in perspective, right? And that's why, again, when we opened up, I found it so interesting what I was looking at. Now we're saying, and what? And what? To the Ten of Pentacles, show the Ten of Pentacles for Pisces in this read. First and last, the month of October. What is indicative of the Ten of Pentacles here for Pisces in this read? To the Ten of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Okay, what is a good investment? What is worth holding on to? And by extension, when we find all our right investments, we have to ask what's worth letting go of. Queen of Cups, popping out yet again. Here, when I give the most endearing and loving version of myself, that's where the most amount of growth and development can happen. Now, I direct that energy towards me. King of Wands, knowing firmly that the decisions that we make are right and just, but more than that, that they have the capacity to build so much if I just believe in them. Going back to your beginning, Pisces. To the Ten of Wands, reveal the Ten of Wands for Pisces in this read today. What is balanced upon the Ten of Wands, the burden that they carry in this read today? Ooh. Well, Nine of Cups. How do I emotionally express myself properly? But more so, giving constantly with intentionality and action. This left me behind for a reason, but it doesn't mean I lost my voice. In fact, I'm remembering what it sounds like. Nine of Cups. And once I can express myself properly and what I feel, what I think, and by extension, what I know, then I can fulfill my own dreams. This left me behind for a reason. Good riddance. Here's where I am now, and here's what I'm doing with it. Page of Swords. It comes out a little bit at a time. To remember what my voice sounds like, my burden is just to observe. Look around me. Does this fulfill me? If not, why doesn't it? Okay. So the Ten of Swords, what of sharp and maybe even painful conclusions have we come to in walking this path? Show the cards that we can see, please, for Pisces in this reading. Upon that Ten of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. How so with that Queen of Pentacles? Star, card of Aquarius. And what accompanies that? Judgment. Okay, there we go. And so drawing back to that star, again, so many of these concepts that you see across the board right now, Pisces, are going back to this Ace of Cups that you kicked this reading off with. The hope here, getting comfortable with just how uncomfortable this situation is right now, but more so understanding that at least your hope and your intentionality, the purpose and the wish that you're casting out to the universe right now is that let this be a lesson, not a lamentation, right? Let this be a lesson, not a lost opportunity. Let this be a lesson that I can learn, right? Judgment here upon that star saying, yeah, it's not pretty right now. Guess what? It ain't gotta be. I ain't gotta be. But what I do know within and what I can say for myself is that I'm gonna make the best of what I got. Queen of Pentacles. Tangibly, I'm gonna do the best and ride on the hope that that is what I'm meant to do right now, not just sit and sulk. Eight of Pentacles. Underneath it all, mastery in my field, but even more so mastery in a practice. Here, maybe we do know the right thing if we allow ourselves to feel it. Okay? Define the major arcana strewn across the table for Pisces in this read. Let's start with that Magician, because that kicked off so much in this read. Define the major arcana. We start here with the Magician and move on for Pisces within this read today. To the Magician, the Tower. Okay. And not simply saying that, my part to play and whatever broke apart back here, but to be honest, Pisces, if we wanted to manifest better, then we also need, a little bit of nudge from the universe in the form of destruction. The Tower is ultimately meant in our best interest. We just never see it in the moment because, dang, it don't feel like it. Okay, moving over to the Star, the Queen of Cups, the most loving and endearing version of the self. Let us never forget what we aim for and what we strive to project. To the World, Ace of Swords. Truth is, beyond hoping and wishing that things would go different, I'm creating it right now. That is where I am, and that's where we're moving from. Good. For the Hierophant, Six of Pentacles. My spiritual path is a long-term journey. One where if I could chase it properly, if I can invest into it little by little every single day, things will play out. Next, the Hangman, Six of Swords. When it's time to move on properly, we will and can do it marvelously. Right? That's a card of action. And it may seem contradictory to be coupled with that Hangman, but understand you're trying to analyze things right now to make the best choice possible. That's active observation, not passive. To the Fool, Four of Swords. A moment of respite and reprieve. Here saying, you know what? I'm going to be okay to put one foot in front of the other. There's a lot of life to do. To the Sun, Ten of Swords. Even with all that pain, once I can accept it fully, once I can wrap my brain around it, well, then the sun will still come out tomorrow. So my pain may not change, but the sun is still faithful. Next, the Empress. Nine of Cups, the most fulfilled version of the self. When we make our own wishes come true. What does that look like for me? To the Sun. Five of Wands. Maybe engaging in this conflict and the notion of being left behind or abandoned. I may not feel like it right now, but maybe it was one of the best things that could have happened. Maybe I'll be able to look back and laugh. Maybe one day. To the Star. Page of Pentacles. My hope, and again, why we're saying that is because that's underneath the Ten of Swords. My hope here is that I had to learn this for the best of reasons. And therefore, if I try to embrace that, what does that actually look like? What is the positivistic spin? What does that have to yield for me? To Judgment, Queen of Pentacles popping out again. And so, if we're really okay with us, then what does it mean to live as if we were okay with us? I like that for you. Resolution. Real resolution for Pisces in this read. What is held upon the space of resolution for Pisces in their first and last read today? Okay. To the Moon. Ace of Cups. The new emotional fulfillment, but again, remember, that's what kicked everything off over here, right? And the Seven of Wands. Okay. And even beyond the defensiveness that we hold right now, because again, it isn't going to transform overnight. I understand that. But we're saying to get to where I need to go, that catalyst of change, whether we're on our path to it or it already happened to us, Pisces, we have to examine our behaviors in retrospect and give it the most fairest and honest judgment we can. We worked with what we had. Now to get where we want to go, well then maybe we got to do something we never done. And what that looks like right now is being okay and trying to understand that, yeah, you left me behind and maybe that was meant to be for a reason. Underneath it all, the Magician. Maybe I can manifest the idea that I'm going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So as a recap of your read today, Pisces, we kicked it off really strong, trying to get perspective on the notion of being abandoned by a certain situation, and then coming to a new perspective of saying, actually, I might like this. What does that look like? And going all across the board, examining all the defensiveness, but all the optimism, and ultimately saying, I have a right to be okay with me. I'm going to be okay. That's why I got in your read today. Long and short of it, Pisces, I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, the more that we try to be okay with ourselves, the more we're going to get there, little by little. Thank you for coming to the table. I'll see you around, okay? Bye.